This is a chapter of the book Unlocking the Wisdom Forces Within You. The book is a co-writing project of writers from all over the world. And I'd like to share my story, or the story of Semele, with you. It's written and read by me, Elisabeth Blomgren.
I stay in the feeling of being trapped. I stay and breathe with you. Together we breathe through all layers of being misunderstood and being wrong. We breathe and see that the light is coming through. We breathe and see the grass turn green and the ocean turn blue. We don't need to do anything in this transformation. It goes naturally. You graze your grass and you blow the air out through your nose. You yawn and move your jaw side to side. You ask me to stay in this feeling, to relax and to dive in with lust, without hesitation. We are swimming in the cold water and notice that it is a blast. We can enjoy the water and enjoy what's around us. There is no turning back. You healed me, and I healed you. We took this journey together. For every minute I healed you, you gave more back. I remember how I sat with you, and how we both cried over the loss of your early born foal. By admitting to the scars we have, we were able to heal them. We stayed together. We held hands without holding on. We started our journey as a coincidence, or maybe not. Synchronicity seems to be something the universe delivers when we are in the right place and time. The simple story is that we met. You carried me with lightness, love, and the biggest heart I ever met for a week. The last day the audience stood up and applauded when we were done riding. I cried out of gratitude. When your owner drove you home, I kept crying, now with loss in my heart. You were on my mind, and I was just sure that we were meant to be. Several months later, the phone rang. Your owner wanted to drive you to me. She understood something was wrong and thought I was able to help you. When you cultivate your garden, the soil needs to be rich and the worms need to have an excellent environment to thrive. Growing in any other way is the same. You need to have a good foundation. For a horse to heal, it is not the physical surroundings that are the most important. Of course, you still want protection from cold winds and hot sun. Of course, you always want to have something to eat. The most important part, however, is to have surroundings where you have the ability to be yourself and to be heard, to be seen and listened to. This is only possible if the individuals around you are open in their hearts. That openness creates a space for sharing, a safe space where your energies swirl together into one. The most important part, however, is to have surroundings where you have the ability to be yourself and to be heard, to be seen and listened to. This is only possible if the individuals around you are open in their hearts. That openness creates a space for sharing, a safe space where your energies swirl together into one. Semele, your presence in my life has been a gift from the very first minute. Now you have healed what you and I have been able to heal. Now you want to keep growing. You want to proceed and say yes to life. something that would not be possible with me. You have your wish, and I listen. You have chosen to leave the safe turnout with no restrictions and go to a place with restrictions, challenges, and other people. Since the day you were born, you were told that you were a star, able to jump big jumps with no effort, run with enormous strides, dance like a queen. You know that this was your journey. You were told that you had talent, that you could do the Olympics with the right rider. But some things got in your way. The journey was impossible at that time. You were not ready. You know that you were just as important as anyone else. You try to make people around you listen. Their ability to understand you was often limited, and that's the reason you ended up with all that pain. During the times, horses have collected major scars and major memories in their neurological system. It can and probably will create weaknesses. When we are ready to heal, or horses want to heal too, they also want to experience true freedom, lightness and love. Let's all go together and give ourselves the power to meet our demons and nightmares. Let's trust that we always are on the right path, that we are doing the right thing, and that we are meeting the right people. Let's see that we don't need to be trained. Let's see that we always have access to the knowledge we need and the wisdom of both our ancestors and our successors. You, Semele, walk ahead of me, showing me that this is the truth, chewing and blowing out air, releasing traumas for and with me. To be able to share is a gift. If we want to experience true freedom, we must heal our scars. We need to choose power instead of being victims. Otherwise, we're not living to the fullest. When we have the ability to sit with our feelings and emotions, we discover that everything we meet is just love. The herd of cows might appear frightening at first sight, but when you stay and open your heart, you notice that they are a pack of light young souls. Your heart knows where to go. We simply have to follow. Lightness, the ability to deal with things as they come. Vulnerability, the ability to heal that which needs healing. Letting things take their time. Being able to put yourself in the other's shoes. Allowing your heart to open. Knowing that the thorns that poke you can be pulled out. Knowing that what feels broken can heal. Knowing that what we take for granted isn't. When the heart is whole, we can be far greater than when it isn't. We can choose to bring others into our world. We can share experiences with others without being in the same place. As soon as we choose force, our heart closes. When we choose freedom, it opens. Having you finally at home, I treated you with gentle hands, trying to reduce your pain with the methods I had available. To make sure you got the time you needed, you kicked the stable wall so hard your hoof lost a big part of its wall. As the time went by, I understood better. I let you show the speed to proceed. I also brought you to some trainings. A famous coach said that you were among the best ride-able horses he ever had met. You enjoyed to have me on your back and you always did even more than I expected and asked. But still, I felt there was a piece missing. After a weekend, I saw that you needed so much time to recover, not physically, but mentally. We chose to continue to heal. We chose to stay close to nature, chose to play in the pasture. On this healing journey, you found your way to heal others. 3 years ago, we got a new partner. He carried many traumas in his system, mostly from other lives. He carried memories from having been a warrior horse. He has got a lot of help from you, and now you consider him able to stand without you. Sometimes you share with the horse, and sometimes with the human. It all depends on your path. When you ride here, Semele, you were in pain. You also were in pain during our time together, both mentally and physically. You had scars from past lives, like most of us have. When you came to this earth, you also inherited weaknesses from your parents. All those things affected you, and the result was pain. I like to call those weaknesses bugs. If you get a bug in a computer, you do a cleanse, and in a biological computer, you can do the same. At our first meeting, I had no idea what you carried. The first tool I worked on you with was a laser. The therapist used a pen to show different colors depending on what temperature the body showed. Green was normal, orange was a little warmer than it should be, and red was hot. Where your body showed heat, the therapist used a laser. Thanks to this magic pen, we could measure the status of your condition from week to week. At first, parts of your body showed so much red. No wonder you didn't do well in your jumping before you arrived to me. You didn't really enjoy the laser sessions, but the heat map of your body was turning more green and less red every week. When the therapist told me I could start to train you, you responded by hurting your hoof. You made it so clear that you were not ready to be ridden. You were for sale at this time. Your owner had plans to sell you as a hunting horse. You surely had potential, but clearly you had another agenda: to heal. The hoof needed a long time to grow back. Both me and your owner understood that you were not into becoming an Olympic hunting horse at this very moment, so you got bred. By this time, I had learned a lot more about transformational healing and watched the healing master in the neighborhood who was working local as well as worldwide. It was amazing to see how your hind legs changed and your hooves changed from pointing out to forward. Magic was suddenly normal. The same day your foal arrived, I did my first steps in how to heal others. The course I joined for my master and friend got me started, and you liked being a mum. As a matter of fact, you were outstanding. The foal that arrived was strong, and your foal's journey was a fairy tale, and you followed it with interest and pride. We bred you again, and this time something happened. You gave birth 6 weeks earlier than scheduled. Of course you had the foal at the right time at the right place, so when I went out late that night, the black, beautiful baby mare was right in front of me, still wet. You were so happy. The foal couldn't stand on her own, so I milked out milk from you and fed her in a bottle. It was so beautiful. Suddenly, in the early morning, the foal didn't suckle well anymore. she changed fast. You understood right away something was wrong. You told us with the way you behaved when we loaded you. When we arrived at the vet, your foal was gone. Back at the barn, we led the foal on a bed of straw, just where you were. You stayed at her side day and night. I understood that you needed support. After some days, I understood that I was the one that gave you support. Together we held hands. Together we held space for a time that felt like hours. In this space, the feelings were accepted and seen. Grief was let go of. Tears ran down my cheeks, and somehow it felt better. And after this, you started to walk away, more every day. After a week, it was time for the funeral. You were ready. The firstborn foal turned 3. He was a huge horse, kind and gentle with everyone and everything. He used to lay down and let the kids use him as a slide. All fairs ran away from visiting kids when they got to play on him. One beautiful summer day, he got into an accident. You know before it happened. You jumped the fence to get to him. You stayed with him and told his surprised spirit that his body was of no use, that he could no longer stay here. His spirit had to leave. You held his soul with yours, with all the love that was possible to create. Everything went calm. In this moment, his soul left. You walked calmly back to the barn. Semele, you showed me that wounds heal. You showed me that we are strong enough to go out in the world on our own path, that our path is always safe. You showed me that we have the ability to transform the things we need to transform. We have an ability to grow. You showed me that we can be proud to be where we are supposed to be and show the world our power and strength. You understand we are special. On our journey, we need to reveal our own truth and consider new ways of handling old things. If we choose to hang on to old truths, we get stuck. If we want to stay in the light, we need to grow continually. When we can't grow where we are, we need to move. That's the situation now. You decided to move to another field, to other people, to be able to keep growing. You don't need me anymore. You stand independent in the world, sure that what's on your path is safe. At this time, I am so honored and grateful that you came to me that day so many years ago. I'm so grateful for the lessons we both have gone through and the path we have shared. You are the reason I am the person I am now. You really pushed me to get here. The kick was very well executed. Both of us need to grow. Both of us need new truths. And both of us need a surrounding that's beneficial for growing. Your presence has been so obvious that I have thought about how I will continue when you are gone, and now we both have outgrown that problem. We share a sensation of being alive. We are on an exciting journey, 2 legs and 4. Together we can incorporate ease, smoothness, and more fun. We can make a place be quiet or challenging. We accept that our journeys are changing. We need to focus on the present as well as on our dreams. We can't set the standard for anyone else. This means that we need to let go of beliefs, we need to let go of traditions, and we need to let go of methods. It all comes down to believing that the truth always is within us, all of us.